Okay, so we all know Mike Trout is the best player in baseball. Yes, the guy named after a fish, aka the least hyped best player in the world, sits atop the baseball mountain. And no one ever really disputes this. Not even those pot-stirring Twitter accounts. Yeah, you know the ones. The more interesting debate lies after Trout. Who sits just below him in the baseball pecking order? Some could argue for Mookie Betts, and I wouldn't be mad. Others will say it's Jacob deGrom, and if you've seen that guy pitch, it would be tough to make the case against him. A few may even argue for Juan Soto, and hey, in a year or two, they may be right. I though am going to make the case that this guy belongs just below Trout, and if he keeps up his production, it won't be long before he rivals him. Before we start, I just want to let everyone know that in true ZMC fashion, many of my points will be based on analytics. And since this is my first baseball video, I'll leave a bit of a glossary in the description below. So if there's something you don't understand, just pop down there to learn something new. Ronald Acuna Jr. had a pretty good season last year, finishing 12th in NL MVP voting. Had it not been for an early season slump, he would have surely finished in the top 10. So far this season, and I have to preface this by saying it's a small sample size, he's seen a 31% increase in his OPS plus, placing him second in the majors after Mike Trout. He's also seen a 49% increase in his wRC plus, again placing him second in baseball behind, yep, you guessed it, Mike Trout. Literally pull up any offensive stat and it's more likely the top two on that list is Trout and Acuna than it's not. I don't know if that's true, so don't quote me on it, but you get the point. The two big adjustments for Acuna this season have been increasing his contact and decreasing his chasing. If you've watched him over the past few seasons, you can probably agree that those were his two biggest offensive weaknesses. Let's start with the contact. His whiff percentage of 29.9% in 2020 ranked him in the 33rd percentile. This season, his whiff percentage sits at 17.4%, a 12.5% decrease, and now has him in the 89th percentile. The reason for this sudden and dramatic improvement? In an article by The Athletic's David O'Brien, Braves hitting coach Kevin Zeitzers said that since last year, the team worked with Acuna to flatten his swing so he could make contact with pitchers in the upper part of the strike zone. In a quote, he said, "Well, he went into the off-season and he focused on those drills. And day one of spring training, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a whole different swing. I saw all spring he was getting to pitches that he hasn't been able to get to by just fouling them off. I don't need balls to get crushed in tough quadrants on the strike zone, but to be able to at least foul them off and spoil them to give you another shot. He was able to do that this spring and I was like, holy cow, this has got a chance to be fun." When it comes to plate discipline, his improvement has been just as dramatic. His swing and miss percent has gone down by 13.75%, his chase percent has gone down by 4.4%, and most impressively, his strikeout percentage has gone down by 16.5%, and he's gone from the 28th percentile to the 89th percentile in that stat category. A big driver of this is his massive reduction in chase percentage on breaking balls. Thanks to Baseball Savant, we can see the difference in Acuna's swing maps from 2020 to 2021. Quite the improvement if you ask me. The exit velo is still there, ranking in the top 3% in the league. The expected stats like him as well, putting him near the top as well. And for those of you that like traditional stats, his 394 average, 16 RBI, and 7 homers are still top draw as well. Basically, no matter how you spin it, this guy has made a leap from an already elite player to one of the world's best. You might disagree that he's the second best player in the majors, but I don't care. That was just for the title anyway. I just needed an excuse to talk about this beautiful man. If you did enjoy that, please politely tap that like button, and if you are new around here, I'm going to be posting more baseball content, so if you like that, please politely tap that like button. Check out the other videos on my channel as well, I'm sure you'll enjoy them, and until next time, it's been your boy, Dr. McAllister. Have a good day.